What's up, little homies? This is You Are Talking to Face, also known as Bad Horse, coming at you with another KTS. This time just a simple little video, something that I wanted to put out very quickly because I'm very excited to say that Forge Test has finally made it to XBL on Halo 4. It is amazing. So far I've only played 3 games. This is the 3rd game that I played on Forge Test, but good lord, I gotta say, this is a whole lot of fun. It reminds me a lot of previous Halos. The maps that they're supporting are excellent. As far as I could tell, they were all very, well balanced and very well thought out. In fact, one of the maps is actually a remake of Blackout, which I know a lot of longtime Halo fans will appreciate. I believe the map that you're seeing right here is called Scythe, and it has a lot of that Halo feel to it. It's very much an arena-style map, which is what a lot of competitive players have been really longing for out of Halo 4. This map's basically divided into 4 quadrants, and they're identified by the colors on the wall. There's a red, blue, green, and yellow quadrants. And just like many of the maps in the Forge Test, the maps are very simple and kind of small. And that's really what everyone's been begging for, is smaller maps. Alright, so just to talk a little bit about this actual particular gameplay, I did not start out very well on this map, just trying to find my way around, but that's kind of an exciting feeling in and of itself. I know that I always get kind of a rush off of not really knowing my surroundings and trying to figure out a map as it's in progress, basically. Now here you can see I tried to jetpack up to this little ledge here to see where the kill boundaries were. Turned out that I couldn't move after I got up there, so I just figured, you know what, I better get a kill while I'm up here so my death doesn't count against me. As you can see, I'm still not doing very well here. I'm still struggling with this map and learning it and trying to figure out where the better power positions are. Now, the nice thing about these Forge Test maps is that almost all of them, and I didn't play through all of them, but the ones that I played on all stick to the basic general matchmaking rules. And that is, you want to try and be higher up, which means these walkways that are around the top, and you want to try and not take on too many people at once, and you want to try and choose your battles. And these maps do an excellent job of allowing you to do both of those things. One thing I really liked about this map in particular is that there aren't that many really long sight lines. It seems all the maps these days in Halo have these super long sightlines. So you look at Solace or Compound or Ragnarok. I mean, those are the big ones, but Solace and Compound on SWAT is just ridiculous. Who wants to... I mean, you may as well be playing a game of Team Snipers on either of those maps. The other thing I see here is an interesting opportunity. Because of the way that this map is divided up, it's as though it's divided up into 4 smaller arenas that you can move between. And because no particular side has an advantage over any other side, you can set up in one area no matter where you spawn and have a particularly good chance of surviving. Another thing that I have to say about this map is that I felt particularly rewarded for following basically the rules of Halo matchmaking. Anytime that I chased or didn't pay attention to my radar, I was disappointed with my results. When I took the high ground, I paid attention to my radar, didn't take on too many teammates, basically ran away from situations where I would see 2 or more people coming at me. I felt rewarded, and that is something that's really been lacking in the game thus far. Another thing I can say about this map is that it's exceptionally clean. There are no dirty corners to hide in, there are no nasty little cutaways that you could just hop into. It's not very complex, no pun intended. It's simple, it's got clean lines, it's got, clearly defined high and low positions, it's got clearly defined areas in it. It's an arena map, it's what Halo's all about. Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, those are, things where you go find some random crate to sit in or some train. In Halo, we like our arena maps, even if there's no reason for that piece of architecture to be there in that particular spot. We know that it was put there for cover because it's obviously a piece of cover. There are no spots on this map where you could just go sit and have a quiet cup of tea I'm looking at you adrift, because you could obviously just go some places on that map. No one ever bothered to look for you in some of the spots on that map, and a lot of those spots are really nasty, considering that they have SWAT on that map, and you can just basically go in there and wait for you till you hear the footsteps pass and then come out and get yourself an assassination. The other two Forge Test games that I played were on the Blackout remake. We played some SWAT, which was fantastic to play SWAT on Blackout again. And another map, I didn't recognize it. It's possible it could have been a remake of something, but I don't think it was. I think it was brand new. It was a very short map. It was a very small map, and there was Capture the Flag on it. So it was really interesting to see. It was a very short run from our spawn to their spawn, but the time that it took the flag to be reset was significantly reduced, so it was something like 12 seconds or something like that. I found that game to be incredibly fast-paced and refreshing. It just felt like Halo all over again. And as you can see here, I got owned in this situation, and that just sparked a fire in me in this game. I decided, look at the score, it's way too close, we're down by 1, time to put into action the basic Halo tenets, and they are: number 1, stick with your teammates. 2 bullets are always better than 1. Number 2, don't go chasing. Make their team come to you. Number 3, take the high ground. Number 4, avoid 2-on-1 battles. If you see 2 red dots on your radar in the same position, just book it out of there. Try and find cover, try and find a way to get away. Try and even split them up if you can. Number 5, take a deep breath and control your shooting. Sloppy DMR, no matter how fast it is, does not win gun battles. It doesn't matter how fast you can pull the trigger. If those shots aren't hitting, you may as well not pull the trigger at all. Strategies can vary widely from map to map, but these tenets stay the same for every map that you're going to play. So even if you're playing on a new map that you don't even know your way around, you can still give yourself the upper hand by following these 5 basic tenets. Sure, there are lots of tips and tricks. There are little tiny things that you can do to improve your gameplay. There are all sorts of exploit positions that you can learn, callouts to make. There are tons of different training exercises to improve your DMR shot so you get more 5 shots. However, every good Halo player builds the foundation for their greatness on these 5 pillars. Another thing I want to talk about quickly is that BS Angel has stated that 343 is monitoring these playlists to see which ones don't do well, okay? That means that they're looking at the numbers specifically. If we can, I would like to, as a community, try and keep the numbers up for Forge Test, because Forge Test seems to be the most promising matchmaking playlist yet. Maybe you won't agree, maybe you like Oddball more, maybe you like CTF more, but you get a good mix of all of my favorite stuff. You get your CTF, you get your SWAT, you get your Slayer, all in one playlist, and you're playing on these new and improved maps. I think, who could ask for anything more? Now back to the gameplay real quickly. As you can see, Red Team is making a huge mistake in this game, and that is they've gotten caught in the cycle of entering through the bottom doors into our area. Basically, they know where we're at and they want to come take us on as quickly as possible. If they want to break us out of this place, what they needed to do was go up top and try and break from there. Coming through the bottom gives us the upper hand every time. We're already set up for it, we're already waiting for it, and what started out as a close game has now turned into a blowout. Well guys, that's pretty much it for this week. I just wanted to put this out there. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what is your new favorite Forge Test map, and let me know what you like about it with that. Just so you guys know, next week we have the Complex video on tap. A lot of you requested that. Until next time, don't forget to go check out all that cool stuff we're doing over at revolvingbear.com. And also, peace out, little homies.